started, please like this video and hit the bell to subscribe for more updates. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Melaninterest at The Compassionate Carer. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at TCompassionateC.
So, we want to welcome you to our community. We thank you so much for joining us on this journey to educate not only ourselves, but to also provide you with resources, products, and more to help you in your own caregiving journey. Provide you with information and many different services that will ease that journey for you. We look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to also sharing our stories with you. So, I want to tell you a little bit about the Compassionate Care community and why we came together to create such community. The Compassionate Care community was created to provide resources and support and assistance for those who are either just starting their caregiving journey or those who had some experience already as caregivers. Not only that, but we wanted to provide a voice and a platform for you to be able to share with others who may or may not have experienced what you've experienced. So we discovered on our own journey that a lot of resources and tools to help us stay organized and get organized as caregivers was not available. And so we decided to connect and create that environment where not only would you be able to get the resources, not only would you be able to get the products and the information, but also you would be able to share in experiences and stories that will allow us all to learn from one another. So, Unique, tell me about what you think you would bring to TCC or the Compassionate Carer.
For me, I would say obviously experience in being a caregiver as I've been in care of my mom. Um, I think the most important thing would be resources and tools and organization. It's very hard to keep all of the information that we need to keep together. You're trying to organize two people's lives into one. Sometimes it can be more than two people, that you're in care of. It just depends on your situation. So, resources, tools, organization, and hope. That's what I want to bring to the table. What about you?
So I agree with you. I think having that firsthand experience as a caregiver, I think that with that comes a level of vulnerability because you're going to have to share some of your most private, secret moments, those thoughts that you choose not to share with those around you. So I would say definitely a level of vulnerability and openness, the experiences also. And then I think when we experience something, we usually want to be that voice that provides that cautionary tale for others, like, don't do this. This might be a better way for you to deal with something. Or instead of doing this, ask these questions because more than likely it'll yield some results for you. I would love to be a support for those who don't feel like they have it, who feels like they're alone in this. And so that's what I definitely feel like I would bring to the TCC community.
That's awesome.
So, what do you envision for the future of TCC?
Community, support. I see teams being formed, information being shared. I see better care being given to people in need. I see happier, healthier patients, happier, healthier caregivers. It's not a hard, it's not an easy thing to go through on either side. It's very hard to be a caregiver, especially in care of someone that you love. And then it's also very hard to be in care when you are going through those stages, and you're getting older. It's scary. So I just believe support will be the thing that we need.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. That was actually what I thought about too. When I asked myself that question, I thought about that sense of community, that sense of support. Because, like you said, it's it can be a lot, like you mentioned before, a lot of organizing your life, possibly children, spouses, other family members you're taking care of. So being able to provide that sense of support, I hope people will have these questions before it gets to that point. I think for me, I never fathomed the idea that I would be my mom's caregiver after graduating college. So I hope that we start having these conversations sooner, and what we would want if the time presented itself where we were in the position that have to be taken care of. What would that look like? Will we want to be in a facility? Will we want to be taken care of by family and friends? What that would look like? Because I think the more prepared we can be as it relates to this situation, the more organized we can get before the situation even presents itself.
Exactly.
I know for me, I felt alone. So I wouldn't want anybody to feel alone. And I think that's, again, that sense of community, the sense of groups, people who find out, hey, we live in the same town. Let's get together. Let's share the same resources. Hey, I use this as far as this is the doctor that my mom or dad or brother or sister goes to. I'm looking for a good doctor. Do you know someone? So I think I would love to have people to share resources, especially if they're in the same area, because we won't be able to reach every area. We won't be able to have all the information for every area. That's really impossible. One of the things that we will be doing on our blogs or videos will be basically what I wish someone would have told me. And I think this is important because when you experience something and you go through something, you always think to yourself, oh, I wish somebody would have told me this. Right. Like, I think my life or things would have been a whole lot easier if somebody would have told me. Question: what do you wish someone would have told you about being a caregiver?
For one, I wish somebody would have told me that it was going to happen. Uh, I mean, that's the biggest part. I think that we kind of visualize our parents as superheroes. Growing up, you just don't really see a lot happen to them, and it's unimaginable for you to get to a point where you see your parents sick for some people. And that was kind of my position. I didn't see my mom being sick as she has become sick. And I think that's the biggest part of it. Someone needed to tell me that this was going to be hard and that it was going to happen. And I should have been prepared for it. In a better way. And the most unfortunate thing is that, I wasn't prepared, but my grandmother, passed really young. So my mother wasn't prepared. And it's kind of the pattern that we want to break within this community. So we want to make sure that nobody has to wait till the last minute to figure out, hey, I need to take care of my mom. I don't know what kind of medication she's on. I don't know what her sicknesses are. It's time that we sit down and open up conversations in families and get to know each other. You know, get off the phone, set aside family time, have real conversations, ask questions, listen and respond to the answers that we're getting, and take it from there. We have to open up the conversation though, and we have to let the children know that things get scary, and it is what it is. It's a part of life. It's natural, but we got to be here and support each other through it. We got to help each other through it. That's the main thing for me. What do you think would be the one thing that you wish someone would have told you?
Say that I wish someone had told me was perfection does not exist. I believe I tried so hard to the point of being exhausted to try to make my mom happy, to make her life what I felt it should be, to make her comfortable, whatever that looked like or I thought it looked like. I fought so hard to do that. And in the end, I wound up being burnt out. And she still wasn't happy because obviously happiness comes from within. So being able to provide all those material things and doing all of those different things for her was not what she needed. I can provide the physical things and get her to her appointments, but the happiness comes from within. So how do I help feed her soul so that she's happy? Because then in turn with her being happy, it makes me happy as well. So I would definitely say perfection does not exist. You're trying your best. Don't be so hard on yourself. Do the best you can. If you don't know, you don't know. Ask, try to find resources, but definitely perfection does not exist when it comes.
We want to thank you guys for joining us today. Please make sure that you follow us on all of our links at The Compassionate Carer. We're also on Twitter at TCompassionateC.
TCC is growing every day, but we can't do it without your help. To all of our compassionate carers, we would love to hear your stories and experiences, as well as you tell us some of the things that you need help with. Donations to the Compassionate Carer will help us to allocate resources and time towards developing products that can help all of our compassionate carers all over this world. So we thank you so much. If you would like to donate, you can visit our website at www.thecompassionatecarer.com, and there'll be a donate button on the home screen.
Although monetary donations are definitely needed, we also value those who are willing to donate their time, ideas, and gifts. If you are willing, please contact us at info@thecompassionatecarer.
Head over to our website to access our blog From Us to You, The Compassionate Carer. This is a way for you to stay connected with us and also engage in conversation with us as we share our personal experiences as caregiver. Again, we thank you so much for joining us.
We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it. Please don't forget to like this video, hit the bell to subscribe for more updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Mailing Interest at The Compassionate Carer, and we're also on Twitter at TCompassionateC. We thank you guys for joining us today, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend.